Jamaica the air train to JFK Airport and to think about the Westwood Mountain, making Hudson Drive. Once again, so far still, Mr. Garden, please be sure to board one of the first 6 cars.
Eastern Service Train 689 on route to Harrisburg.
Boston on your right. Car number 1 is first class, and it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way down the platform. They're all business. Check their car number. Get on the right train, folks. We have 3 trains, 40 and 1.
Now approaching the station. Which will begin momentarily.
We'll figure it out, trust me.
So please make sure you're in the right seat. If you have trouble finding your seat, grab one of the conductors. On one side of the train, please watch your step. There'll be a gap between the train and the platform. Stanford coming up.
Yeah, but two.
Blair, Gates, Raven, Skill,
We've done one stop. Got coffee. I know. Breakfast and something else.
Crazy hours. Sort of paper. Like, we can ask her 6 o'clock. Like that's 6:30, whatever. Play from like 6:30 to like 8 or something.
His buddy was when.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, Jersey's like a
Killer.
one of the better. I think he also showed Lychee the door too. 2 or 3, yeah. 4 or 3.
I think Celtics 4.
Yeah. There's trees, but there's no OB. So like you can, but yeah, you can have.
Well, you have the means, so they'll check it, right?
Yeah.
Actually, I'll take a Stella.
Yeah, I'll do a Stella.
Thank you, bro.
And the bus station is located off of track 1.
To the left. Have a nice afternoon, folks. This is South Station Boston, final stop.